You need to drop these bad habits today. These bad habits are making you poor, and they'll continue to make you poor until you make this decision. You have to start making better habits for a better tomorrow. Habit number 1 that is making you poor is saving more than what you're making. I have friends who continuously save. They're always looking at saving. They have to save every single day. There is no problem with saving, but if you save and you don't make enough to save, then you are kind of even putting yourself in a stressful situation. Try and balance, make more and also save more. Okay, but don't just save more and you're not making more. You'll get into a stressful situation, and we don't want you to be in a stressful situation, because we want you to make more money and save more. So that's habit number 1 that I've seen a lot of people try as much as possible to balance. And actually, if you can look for ways to make more money, then you can automatically save more. Habit number 2 that I know I'm a victim of is paying too much taxes. Okay, legal taxes. I don't want you to stay away from paying taxes, but you need to go in and read more about taxes. Which taxes can I legally not be? I know people paying extra, taxes that you don't even need to pay, but I don't want to go into that. I'm not a tax expert, but I know a lot of people who are rich and are not paying tax, and they are legally not paying tax because they understand, maybe they're running a business, they've registered a company, and they know how they can take advantage of taxes through their company. They know how to take advantage of, so if you don't know any information, or you are limited in information about taxes, hire somebody who can take you through the tax knowledge. Read more about taxes. And I'm not an expert in any way, but I know people who've really done well in terms of looking at, it's called the loopholes, legal loopholes. I'm not advocating for people not to pay tax, but I know there are so many things that you can do as a business owner, as a company owner, and as somebody who wants to break the bad habits that you can take advantage of. Understand tax, understand its legality, understand the opportunities within the tax. Okay, so don't pay too much that you don't need to pay. Number 3 habit that you need to drop tomorrow or now is taking too long to invest. This is a habit that I suffer largely. One thing is, a lot of people are, I don't know, it's a culture that we were raised in, that you just want to keep on saving your money in the bank. The moment you can see my account balance is 10 million, you just feel so nice. You have 10 million in the account, but every year the money depreciates, and with depreciation you cannot guarantee the value of your money. But if you invest your money, most of the time, always, there's always a way that investment keeps our money intact, especially those who want to invest in property, those who are investing. And again, investing gives value for your money. With depreciation, you can't tell, and normally interest against the money you save in the bank is not always as high as investing. And there's so many ways you can invest. You can invest in high risk investment if you're a high risk person, or you can just invest in low risk, and it gives you a higher percentage than what you have in the bank. By you looking at the money you have in the bank and celebrating about it does not build so much for your wealth. I know I'm a victim in that. I'm always like, I'll invest next year, I'll look for opportunity, or where do I start investing, or what do I do, or am I going to be scorned? And we always have, it's good to be cautious, but when you're too cautious, then again we want to break those bad habits that keep us poor. It continuously makes you poor. So take that money from the account. We know that you have those millions, invest it somewhere. Okay? So that's habit number 3. Habit number 4, it's not knowing how much your income is against your expenditure. So you know that at the end of the month, probably you're earning $10,000. this is something you even approximate. You do not know how much you're earning at the end of the month. Please, you need to have a small writing of how much you're earning and what's your expenditure. When you have both, you can always evaluate your lifestyle. You can evaluate what you do with your money. I know when you don't have it written somewhere, people always have the tendency, when you get promotion or you get more money, you tend to spend more. You tend to, engage. You want to buy more and more because you think, oh, I got an increment of $1,000, so I want to get more money to match up for that. When you don't have it written down, you'll be very comfortable. You might even spend more than you need. You do not know. You don't have controls and checks on your money. So it's important to have your expenditure, at least even an Excel sheet of your expenditure against the income that you're getting, so that you balance your expenditure, and you also invest more, put more money in investment. Number 5 is buying. And again, whenever you always have more money, you tend to buy bigger house, you tend to buy bigger car, and because this country has so much credits and has so much opportunities for you to just keep, and the advertisements, they keep on knocking on your door. They want you to keep on buying. If you do not have your expenditure against your income, that habit has to be broken, because you'll never be able to track your expenditure and you'll keep on spending. Number 5 that you need to break is using money for expensive things. I am laughing because I am a big victim of this. I know that I love traveling. I'm always traveling. I'm always going somewhere, I love traveling. And most of these travelings are always like expensive, So, and advertisers have taken advantage of us. Not advantage, but they use that because they know that people like doing expensive travels, they want to do expensive shoppings and all that. And since they've known your lifestyle, they'll keep on advertising to you. So start breaking that. Like, stop doing, I don't want you to, I know you'll ask me, Sheila, who are you? It's my money. I can do whatever I want to do with my money. But if you keep on buying expensive stuff that you cannot afford, if you have all the monies, please go ahead, travel all over the world, enjoy, do anything you want, go and buy the latest designers and all that. But if you have very minimum money and you're trying to balance in terms of saving, investment, expenditure, please be careful with your buying experiences, your shopping, your travels, and just take care of that. I don't want to go deeper into telling you how much you should save on your money or how to go about it, but I'm just requesting that you try and avoid overspending or spending so much on expensive things. And normally, not everything expensive is cool. Not everything, expensive. And I know most of these travels you can also go to. You don't need to go to the most of expensive places. I'm a victim of that. I love traveling. But anyway, so let's go to number 6. Habit number 6 that's very common, very, very common, is we always pay ourselves last. As an entrepreneur, as a founder, I know I don't consider myself important. You pay all the other bills, you pay everyone, and you remain with barely anything to survive. You barely even know, you don't even have much to pay for your bills. Okay, so you need to break that habit. You need to pay yourself first. I am learning how to do that. It's very difficult, but you have to reconstruct how you've been raised. Most of the time as an entrepreneur, you've been told, pay all other bills and then pay yourself last. If you pay other bills and you pay yourself last, you're barely even going to pay anything, because you'll not be left with anything. So normally they say 10% of what you get, pay yourself, and this one goes into savings. when you pay yourself and you see, oh, I'll have a deficit, or I'll not be able to pay this bill and all that, your mind will go into working. It's very interesting. Human mind is very interesting. It will go into working on how to come up with an idea, or how to break that deficit or make more money, so that as you keep on paying yourself the 10%, it goes into savings. Your mind even forgets that you already saved, you already paid yourself, and it's gone into savings, and it will always think of, how do I pay, how do I do this, and you'll keep on generating income. But if you pay yourself last, which means you don't even pay anything, you'll go into a comfort zone and say, okay, it's me, at least I've paid all the other bills, no one is coming to threaten me and all that. So you need to change that. You need to start by paying yourself, and when you pay yourself, let it go into savings, especially 10%. Let it go into savings, because it's going to go into the habit that I'm going to share very soon. So habit number 7 is when you get comfortable with our credit cards. You can buy anything with your credit card. You can buy, if you cannot afford buying it in cash, please don't spend so much money buying it with credit, because then you'll tie yourself into a very bad shape. And I've seen the average going around by the credit percentage, it's almost at the interest percentage is almost at 20%. I could be wrong, that some that are lower. I've seen some that are as high as 27%. And if you're not able to pay this bad, you're not able to pay debt, they're going to go into bad debts. They're going to mess up your credit score. They're going to mess up a lot of things. So if you cannot pay whatever you're going to buy in cash, especially for clothing, things that, I'm not talking about big properties like housing, cars and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about things that you don't even need to buy, but people are buying. Like, they have a phone and there's a latest phone that is coming, and they're like, I want to buy that, and you're buying it on credit. You don't have that money. I think it's just important that we break such habits. I'm a victim of such things. So let's walk this journey together. Don't buy anything if you don't need it, if you can't afford it on cash, if it's not necessary. And credit cards are making so much money out of such things. So that's the habit that you need to break. The last habit that is very, very common is, most of us do not have savings for at least 6 months. You should have a habit of, when you pay yourself first, you'll automatically have at least savings that will survive. You will be able to survive in, if anything happens, for 6 months. So if you do not have a buffer, then it means that you are always running on a risk. Again, this is a journey I am walking. I want us to start this journey together. When you keep on saving, you'll keep on having money, and at least if worse comes to worse, something happens, you do not go into an automatic depression, life can change anytime. It's always good to have a buffer for you, for your family, for your company, for one-on-one engagement. So that's another habit that is very, very common with so many people. If they lose their job within 1 week, it's very stressful. If they, so please keep a savings that can sustain you for at least 6 months without a job. I know it is very difficult. Not very many people can afford to even survive a week, because I know getting a job is very difficult. I know we have so many bills we have to pay. I know so many things are needing our input. I know there's also some of us who still need to take care of our family members, who need to take care of so many things. You have so many things that are controlling, that are tied to your money. Apart from all that, I know those responsibilities can be tough, but if you can, please try. Even the little you can just put it aside. It will help you, because if you are not in a position to take care of yourself, if something happens to you, even those people you are helping will not be in a position to continue with the help, because you'll be tied up. So balance your life. I know I'm a person who takes care of so many people, trying to pay school fees, trying to take care of medicals and all that. But at the same time, you always have to be like, put yourself at the center. Put yourself, be mean to, I don't want to say mean, but I hope you're understanding. Please put yourself at the very central of this life. Start saving, start keeping money for yourself, start paying yourself, start valuing yourself. Most of the time, entrepreneurs and people who are running their business, their organization, we take care of so many people, we take care of so many things that we even forget about ourselves. So I'm just kind of begging you to put yourself at the very front first before, and do the savings. So those are the 8 habits that are keeping us poor, that we should break and, start the journey of getting into the rich life. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like the video and share this opportunity with anyone who's looking to change their life moving forward. Thank you and have a lovely time. Be blessed.